Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
L'islam est une religion qui vit une crise aujourd'hui, partout dans le monde. Nous ne le voyons pas que dans notre pays. C'est une crise profonde qui est liée à des tensions entre des fondamentalismes.
A me, dopodiché, io penso che ci sia un problema di compatibilità tra la cultura islamica o certa interpretazione della cultura islamica e i diritti e i valori della nostra civiltà.
I am a Muslim. I was born and raised in a Muslim country, where my identity and values felt as natural as breathing. Moving to the West was a decision that opened my eyes to a world vastly different from my own. A world filled of new ideas and challenges, yet full of lessons. For as long as humanity has existed, we have traveled, seeking food, following the seasons, exploring distant lands. Islam acknowledges this universal urge, even encourages it as a means of growth.
Say, travel in the land and see how Allah originated creation. Have they not traveled through the earth and seen what was the end of those who were before them?
I have come to realize isn't just about reaching new destinations. It's a journey for the soul as much as the body, a test of one's values and beliefs. And my journey brought me to the West, where I was soon to experience my first profound cultural shocks. One of my earliest shocks came in the most ordinary of places, public transportation. A bunch of grandmas uses buses going to the supermarkets, coming back carry heavy loads of groceries. It's not necessarily bad, as sometimes I think it's kept them active and strong, but I always wondered if they are doing that by choice. I grew up with the belief that family is everything, especially mothers. الجنة تحت أقدام الأمهات، أمك ثم أمك ثم أمك ثم أبوك.
A person came to Messenger of Allah and asked, "Who among people is most deserving of my fine treatment?" He said, "Your mother." He again asked, "Who next?" "Your mother," the Prophet replied again. He asked, "Who next?" He, the Prophet, said again, "Your mother." He again asked, "Then who?" Thereupon he said, "Then your father."
Taking care of your parents came just after worshipping God. وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا.
And your Lord has decreed that you not worship except Him, and to parents good treatment.
Seeing this, let's call it independence, made me realize how differently our societies approach aging and community. It's not necessarily better or worse in all cases, it was just different. This was only the beginning of a series of shocks that would test my understanding of community, family, and personal values. As I got to know people, I noticed something surprising. Among the people I met, it's only few that have a good relationship with both parents. I understand that family relationships are never perfect, whatever you are and whatever your beliefs are. But back home, family is seen as the foundation of life. Even if there are disagreements, people always find a way to stay close and maintain that relationship. That made me think about the different meanings we attach to family and how these values define us. Then you have going to the beach. Going to the beach, it's supposed to be an enjoyable day. Yay, beach day. Then it's one of the hardest tasks ever. The first time I went, it was like, what? Everyone is almost wearing something. It was a perfect view for my nafs and for my shaitan, of course. But finding the right place and the right time to enjoy a beach day, it's not that easy at all. It's the same as going to the gym at first. It's not that simple because the norm is a mixed gym. Of course, people will tell you, come on, get rid of your complex and your luggage of thoughts. You should have left them at the airport. Then came the biggest shock of all. One day I was walking down the street and I saw two men doing what's Qawm Lot used to do, right there in public. It wasn't just surprising, it felt like two worlds colliding. A powerful reminder of how different Western norms can be from what I had always known. These moments forced me to look deeper into my own beliefs and reconsider my life decisions. These experiences had an impact on me, sometimes in ways I hadn't expected. I realized that constant exposure to such vastly different beliefs can influence us, for better and for worse. On one hand, when you are exposed to things long enough, they start to feel normal. even things that once feels shocking. There is certainly a risk of losing touch with certain values. But on the other hand, there is a positive side. Living among people with such different beliefs and values has made me more aware of my own. People are shaped by their own histories and experiences. And of course, it's not my place to judge, and I am not trying to change the world. I can try to be true to who I am without trying to impose my beliefs on the others all the time. And the best way to share my values is by simply live them. It's also a very good reminder that faith is not something you passively have. It's something you actively protect, especially in this environment where everything is challenging it. Living in the West has been a journey of contrasts. I have learned that Iman is like a compass, always reminds us of who we are. Trying to keep that Iman, and at the same time, you have to remember the Aya lakum dinukum waliya din.
Nor will you be worshippers of what I worship. For you is your religion, and for me is my religion.
This experience has been a mirror, reflecting back my beliefs and asking me to protect them, to carry them with integrity, and to live them fully, even if we live in a world full of differences. So is living in the West is something a Muslim should do? It's debatable and different from a case to another. And it's end up to be a very hard task. Mine.